What's up, everybody? Listen, something very, very important for us to understand today. Our Head and Shoulders has turned into a cup and handle. Remember yesterday on the Twitter, on my channel, I've been telling you guys not to sell yesterday. There was something else that changed in the market. Rand, did you sell?
No, bro. I listened to everything you said on your Twitter. Loving your new videos. I didn't sell a single thing. Okay, but now I'm confused because I was waiting for the sell zone, the farm zone. Nothing happened. It actually went down. I phoned you in a fat panic. You were still asleep, bro. What's the story? What happens next?
Well, remember the whole scenario of what we've been playing out here is we are still looking at a bullish market for the next 2 weeks. But what did we say in between? That we needed to farm some coins because it was going to quiet down in this range that we're sitting. So when I'm bringing you guys farming opportunities, they need to be worth the farming opportunity. And when I saw we didn't hit the high targets that we needed to hit yesterday, the farming opportunity didn't become worthy anymore because it was only going to be a small pullback and not the bigger ones than what we wanted over here. Remember, we're playing with our Bitcoin here, we're playing with our coins. So only if it's worth it for us to be getting at least a 10 to a 20% trade to make more coins, then it's worth it. So what I did do for you guys, and it is so important for you to understand, to follow us on Twitter and that, because I am updating every few hours to help you guys through this, was yesterday we broke that trend, that main trend we were talking about. But the problem is we never hit the high. And I could already see that this was going to be a shorter term pullback and then up to that zone. So guys, let's not panic out and sell out now. We still have a good opportunity, because the problem is if we sold out yesterday at those zones, we would have been back there now. And I was afraid that while I'm sleeping during night, you guys don't buy back in, and then we're sitting with dollars and the coins are going upwards. So it all became temporary. Plans change and we trade them. Remember, we're not prediction traders. I need candles to print. And now we have another new scenario that we're playing out. And yeah, let's get into it.
All right, guys, welcome back. So another amazing day here at Crypto Banter. I'm Rand, that's Sheldon. I'm more on the fundamental side. He's the sniper. He doesn't miss a shot. He tells us where to buy. I tell you what to buy. Together, we are building the most profitable community in the entire crypto universe. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Where the fuck have you been? Okay, this is by far the most profitable and most loyal channel on the entire internet. Even though, Sheldon, I don't know, have you noticed that there are some channels that are becoming a little bit salty about a Crypto Banter? Did you know? Yeah, did you know?
I did notice.
A lot of channels are making some. Fred, did you see that? Fred saw that. Yeah, some accusations about Crypto Banter dumping tokens. Well, we don't dump.
We must be doing something right then, buddy.
Anyhow, that we will deal with that in due course. I think everybody knows our ethics on this in this channel. We don't accept money from any token ever. Guys, did you watch that show that I did yesterday about the market manipulation exposed? I really
what a show, Ran. Well, what a show, buddy.
Really one of the best shows that I've ever done. I'll tell you why, Sheldon. To get someone who was willing to talk about the truth in what goes on. And I can tell you it is the truth. And I know this because these people approach us to publish stories and they want to pay us to publish stories. We don't do it at Banter. We don't accept any money from anyone to appear on the show for any reason, whether you're a token, not a token. You can't even pay us $1 billion to appear on the show. We just simply won't take it. But I'm glad the guy came out, and I'm glad that now people understand how news is actually created. It's usually not even news. It's like, and I know this because I had an affiliation to one of the major news stations in the world. I'm not going to mention names, but many people know where my history is. And I know the news cycle there and the amount of research that actually happens in big news everywhere, because I lived in that world. And I can tell you that the people that are writing the stories are not always the smartest people. They don't always do all the due diligence, and they often rely on what's given to them, and they don't have the intellect to be able to ask the right questions. And so they publish the story, and then they phone us and say, geez, guys, have you seen the story on Forbes or on CNBC or on CNN? Well, if you don't publish it, you're going to miss out. And then everyone publishes the same story. And it's almost like the whole town goes up in smoke because of one little candle somewhere. And the candle is actually garbage, hogwash. So massive show for me, massive eye-opener for me. I loved spending time with Michael Arrington. I mean, the guy's one of the smartest investors in the world. So that is amazing. And then today, we have Raoul Paul on the show. And Raoul Paul, I love the guy. I have one question for him. For me, it's simple. The one question: which altcoins are you holding, and why? Because I've got a feeling Raoul Paul's a degen. I've got a feeling that he's holding Cardano. I've got a feeling that he bought Saffron Finance when I told him to. I actually even think he's holding Donkey Finance. I think he's a donkey. We're gonna have to check that out. All right, so welcome, guys. If you're new to our channel, Sheldon, if they're new to the channel, what do they do, bro?
Hit a like, hit a subscribe, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram. Remember, guys, we have formed a powerful community that works in all different aspects. You need to follow the stuff to get all different info. Even the trading view, I've now set up the trading view. The phone's been going mad with all the followers on trading view. We are setting up everything, guys. I got like 8,000 emails yesterday from all of these signups on trading view. So we are forming, a part of everything, where we're going to give nuggets on every single channel. So it's very, very important.
Our DGen community, as soon as Sheldon published his charts on TradingView, his chart ideas on TradingView, you guys all aped in, which we love. We love the fact that you guys are following what we say. But Sheldon got 8,000 email notifications that people are starting to put charts on TradingView.
Ding, 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 ding. The phone just going.
Basically, his email became unusable. But guys, if you don't follow Sheldon and myself on Twitter, you're missing out on a lot because, I mean, guys, first of all, what do you think of our new brand look and feel? You guys told us to choose the brand new look and feel. Sheldon, what do you think, man?
I love it, buddy. I love it, love it, love it.
Yeah. Okay, Sheldon is making a lot of these videos, as you can see, telling you about his trades and when to get in and when to get out. So if you're not following him on Twitter, well, you're missing out on these videos, and these videos are happening live. They're also happening on our Instagram. Before we get into the show, and I want to just really quickly, subscribe to our channel, like, comment, because that is how you win the Banter bags. Banter bags, we take $10,000, we invest them in pre-market allocations. When we get to 500,000 subscribers, we give the Banter bags to the community. Right now, as it stands, I think we have like 300,000 subscribers, or 297,000 subscribers. So these Banter bags will be given away in probably like a month.
I think so.
I mean, that is fucking insane. For 2 months. I mean, no, that's crazy. Okay. Also, guys, we need you guys to like this channel because that's how we get the content distributed. Right now, there's 13,380 of you. There's about 2,500 likes. Smash that like button and watch how more people actually start watching the stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you to you guys. And then, Sheldon, before we get into the mess, let's answer these 3 super chats and then let's get into the today's show. Oh, Evil Twin says, what if we sold yesterday? Then I guess the answer is you're an asshole.
No, we got a plan for you. Don't worry. I'll sort it out. No problem.
Okay. Can you guys check Aloha DeFi? Maybe we'll do that. Love from Dubai. Great job. Please highlight the coins over the weekends or in a couple of weeks, which you see as being more lucrative. That's what we're going to do. Sheldino, let's get into the Bitcoin chart. I want to go into the Bitcoin chart. I want to go into the altcoin charts. I want to talk about some altcoins. And then I want you to show people how to use CoinPanel. Guys, if you haven't signed up for CoinPanel, sign up. We have told you that is the one partnership that this channel has done, or one of 2 that we've done since we were born or since the channel came into existence. Sign up because we'll show you in a second why that's such a powerful trading tool, which you all should be using. So let's talk about the charts first, though, Sheldino.
Awesome, buddy. Okay, so playing some music. Okay, so what's basically happened, yeah, guys? So we had this trend yesterday that we then broke at those zones. And this is maybe where some of you are sold. And this is what I love about the strategy is that we had rejection in that zone. We've come down. And now that we are buying on the next confirmation buy, which means we have broken the next resistance up, it means now you can get back in the market in this zone over here. And it's a confirmation buy for the push. Now, the only thing that changed yesterday was the high was not put in yet. And that's why I got to the stage to say, guys, I'm holding out for this because we did not get that point. To complete this this right shoulder, we needed to get to this top zone. And the fact that we started breaking this trend before we got there made me think that this was temporary in that zone. And what I then applied to that to say that, guys, I'm holding on in this zone. It's not worth me trading a 5% farming opportunity in case you go to bed or something happens and then you don't buy back in and it was all just for 5%. If we are going to farm coins, it needs to be at least 15 to 20% because that was worth it. It needs to be the far pullback, which we are still going to get. Now, what has happened is We had the pullback in the market, which was good. And all that I told you guys yesterday on Twitter, that's why it's so important, guys, was put your stop loss at 36,000. That's what I put on the Twitter. There we go. We didn't get the high yet. I don't expect the market to reject properly and fully back down just yet. Put your stop loss at 36,000, and we are holding on strong for now until we get this main high that we are needed. Now, there's two options what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing an angled inverse cup and handle, which means why? Because we know that we had a shorter time frame inverse head and shoulders, but now we're creating a secondary shoulder, which this becomes brilliant. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's exactly what we're playing out here. And when I start to see that, this is a beautiful tool to see that when we make this sort of angled cup, we always form a downwards wedge where they call the handle. And you can see here clearly that if I draw that in there, boom. So you can see it's a parallel channel that forms to the downward side, and the breakout is always a key level. Main thing is it's bullish, and it's very similar to what is happening with the inverse head and shoulders. Now, what has happened with that is this head has just been extended for me a bit wider to that zone. The reason being is I still see higher time frame RSIs sitting at the top, meaning that that wasn't the high just yet. We are going to chase for the higher high, but there is still a decent pullback coming until we get to the next zone. Now, remember the strategy we've been playing this week is we've been playing it 15 minutes. We've been zooming in to see the action and to make some good coins along the journey. But the bigger picture, this has still been the bigger picture from day one, is for us to still make our way to the $49,000 to the $52,000 level. That's still the bigger picture. So we know that we are going to have, why? Because anytime we have a big pullback in the markets, let's just clear that up, there we go, is we have a retrace. So it doesn't matter what angle we go in, and I want to show you on this wave over here, we have a big push up, we have a retrace. A big push up, we have a retrace. Now what have we got? We got a big push down, we need a retrace. Big push down, need a retrace. So we know that this is absolutely no retracement just yet for the big drop that we've just accounted in the last week. So we know we're going to have a retrace.
Sheldon, I want to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you, this is for me a mix between technicals and fundamentals. I know that everybody is saying and talking about the fact that we are in a bull market, right? I think no one would want to comment as to whether or not we're in a bear market. Everyone's saying we're in a bull market, we're in a bull market, we're in a bull market. Your entire thesis here is that this price is going to go up, even though I must say, when you look at that chart, it looks like quite an ugly chart. Now, what I know for sure is that the difference between a bull market and a bear market is only a bull market. The market responds to good news and doesn't respond to bad news. In a bear market, the market responds to no news or bad news only, okay? Now, yesterday, we had Apple moving into crypto. We had Carl Icahn, the biggest investor in the world, one of the biggest investors in the world, saying that he's going in substantially. Fred, do we have that video? Fred's half asleep still. We also had PayPal. I mean, the PayPal news is fucking huge. Okay, huge. PayPal has now laid down the gauntlet for every single other payment app in the world to start accepting Bitcoin. The Bitcoin price didn't move. It did not move. It actually went down. Convince me that we're still in a bull market. Convince me that we're not all just trying to reconcile the fact that we're actually in a bear market because we want to believe that we're in a good market. Convince me.
To be honest, Ran, to convince you that we're in a bullish market, my sort of understanding of the market, I'm in a neutral market. I can't say we're in a bull market or anything in that yet. The only thing is I do know we have bullish intent coming because we have a lot of imbalance and all of that on the charts, which I'll get into now. But my opinion, this news is not nothing. And I feel it is going to make a big impact. The only thing is the guys that, Apple and all of that are in it now, they're not going to buy it right now. They want a little bit cheaper. And for us to understand that the fact that it didn't bounce now when they said that that everything is going, it just makes it a good understanding that what we're charting is correct and where we're starting to identify that there is another small pullback coming in the market. And then I really see the explosion because it makes sense.
Have some coffee, bro.
Oh, Freddie, the famous Freddie hand.
Fred just took the cup and handle.
So what it means for me, Ran, is, we still are, and, going back to the zone over here and understanding that we have so much imbalance in this area. The price moved way too quick, and we haven't tested anything. We know going up that when the chart goes up, we go down, we go up, we come and test. There we go. That's a skew line.
Sheldon,
that's a flip.
I'm very glad that what you're saying here is you're not blindly saying that we're still in a bull market. You're saying, I don't know. I haven't got
neutral.
I haven't got a confirmation. I don't know if it's up and I don't know if it's down. I'm neutral. I'm waiting for the market to say something. I think that's the responsible approach here, because we don't want to be telling them that it's a bull market, and the market goes down. I learned a massive one of my best trading learnings ever of all time. I learned during the 2018 correction. And that lesson is that the worst thing that you can be is a bull in a bear market. I was a bull in a bear market at the end of 2018. And as a result, I kept convincing myself this thing would go up. And you know what I landed up doing? I landed up buying it all the way fucking down, or holding it all the way down. The biggest mistake that you can make is to be emotionally attached to a market. Now, I got emotionally attached to crypto. It could never crash. This token can never crash. The team is so fucking amazing. Half those tokens don't even exist anymore. Half those teams are scammers. Bottom line is, in a bull market, it pays to be a bull. In a bear market, it pays to be a bear. The biggest mistake you can make is to be a bull in a bear market or a bear in a bull market. And so I think what Sheldon is saying to us now is the most important thing ever. We're not bulls.
And you know what? I appreciate you sharing your experience. This is something you couldn't do in 2017 because you didn't experience it yet. So for you, that's someone that's been there, and to explain that guys, we took a huge dump in the market. We can't just now turn and say this thing is still. We have to trade it day by day now, and this is why in this week I've put so much effort into trade every single damn day with you guys, and to chart with you every day, because we don't have the clear indication yet on the direction of the market. We've got a shit ton of bullish news. So that is a good sign, but we need the chart, we need the price to start reacting. We needed to start playing ball game with that in that way, and then we can start to set. But look what we have been doing, and it's something I'm going to count on today with all the alts that we are in. I told you, put a stop loss at 36,000. It's a key level. We drop that, we're going to be buying back a lot cheaper. I'm making sure that when Bitcoin now gets above 40,000, 41,000, we're moving our stop loss to 38,000. I'm making sure those damn stop losses are going to creep up as we go, because we don't know. At any point, the problem with this market at the moment is there's too much control with the big guys, and a single tweet can chop all my analysis. All this TA that I can, I can literally chop it, and it can play out completely different. So we're going to make sure we got stop losses, and we're going to make sure we have things in play, but we are going to trade it for bullish momentum for now. That's all that we are, and we're making sure that we are protected. So that's an awesome way to take it into play. So jumping back now, let's zoom in here and let's see what's happening with Bitcoin now. So where we are sitting, let's get rid of that. There we go. Okay. So I still feel with the higher time frame RSIs and where we're sitting, that the 41 to the $43,000 level, that is going to be where I'm turning a good portion into dollars. Same thing. When we get to 41 to 43 and we're starting to sell out of Bitcoin, means I'm selling out of my alts. And when I'm buying back, it's the same reason. So I still see Bitcoin making its way to the zone and then having that pullback back to that level. This is where Apple and them are going to buy. Let's see. And this is when we start making the big momentum up to the next zone. The reason why I don't see us going to 48 like now, like I'm talking about in the next 2 days or so, is because after a big correction, like I already know the market cycle, that we have to hover in the zone. This wasn't enough right now.
Sheldon. Fred's girlfriend's back on the stream.
Oh.
Irina, Shakira's girlfriend. Sheldon, you'll notice that every single time, every day, 3 comments a day are from Irina, because Fred likes her picture. But
Freddie.
Irina is actually some guy in Nigeria. It's a guy, and he's in Nigeria, and he's got a picture that he stole from the internet. He calls himself Irina.
Catfished, buddy. Catfished.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, cool. So same thing now, guys. It's still the same game plan, and I just made sure that I protected you guys yesterday, and we didn't get out too early. Because if we got out too early, everyone would have been upset today that we sold in this area, and then Bitcoin all of a sudden goes up that. remember, we have to hit the right highs first to have that strong pullback. This is not enough growth just yet to get that decent pullback that we want in the market. So when we had that temporary break of that trend, when we didn't hit the high that I wanted to just yet, made me sort of concerned to say, you know, we're actually looking to get out a little bit too early now at the $39,000 region. We're still going to have another attempt upwards, but let's be sure and let's make sure we have a stop loss in. And that's exactly what we did. We put a stop loss at 36,000. We've tracked it down, and guess what? Boom! We've just broken the trend bullish to the upward side. There's the higher high. There's the higher high. So what's all this going to do now? Very short time frame. Boom, 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 boom. There's it there in the zone for us to go. So the main thing is we didn't get out, and it worked out good, and we had a stop loss to protect us. Do you see how we're playing both? We are making sure we're protected, and we're still obviously trading with the news and with what everything is going on in the chart. So we are still good in that zone and where we're looking at. But remember now, this farming opportunity is still coming up. Let me show you guys what's happening here quickly on the RSIs. So if we go to our RSI, remember, if you don't know how to stick your RSI, go over here to this page over here, type in RSI, go to this stochastic RSI, put a star, and select it in there so that you have the RSI. And it will be this one that's at the bottom over here. Basic concept, you want to buy the bottoms, you want to sell the tops on 8-hour, daily, 4-hour, higher time frames for this is always deadly. Now, what is it showing us over here? That we are in, remember, over the 80 stage is when we are overbought in the market, means a pullback's coming somewhere, okay? And when we're at the bottom, means it's oversold, a bounce is coming somewhere. So very simple to understand. What's our 8-hour showing us? We are still sitting at the top of the zone. We're getting across now, but how much room have we got left? We only got this little bit of room left to go up, and then there can be some pullback in the market. So that's exactly what I'm seeing. Now, if I take that to the chart, let's just get this smaller. There we go. If I take that to the chart now, and I see that we still have a little bit of push-up, what does it show me to our right shoulder and our inverse head and shoulders? It's showing us a little push up, make our way down. Next one up. That's exactly what we are getting from the image. So yes, we pulled back a little bit early, but it just showed that that wasn't high yet. We're still going to chase a higher high now. We're still going to chase that zone, and then our farming stage is coming. So I'm glad we didn't get out the market yesterday, and I'm glad that a lot of people we didn't get out, and we set a stop loss, because now today it was the correct decision. Because now we have broken pennants and we are making our way. We're bullish for the day. We're looking good, where a lot of this red will start turning into some green later. And if we have a look at the dominance, let's go see what's happening with the dominance right now. This was the one I drew. This is getting prolonged.
It's like there's two shows going on here. One on the screen, which is all about charts, and then there's like a Tinder, which is going on in the chat. It's like watching two shows at once. I'm watching the charts and I'm watching Tinder in the chat.
Then we got a Tinder, yeah.
Changing money. That's his girlfriend. Fred loves Arena, and also we get charts. This is the only show in the world where you get fundamentals, technicals, and Tinder all on one show. All on one show.
Arena show.
Let's look at the
Keeps it interesting. Keeps it interesting. So same thing with dominance now. If we have a look higher time frame, have a look there, guys. What's our stochastic showing us? Showing us there's a push coming up for the dominance. So now everything is starting to correlate now to understand that Bitcoin, little push up. But when we have this push up, we know that the market is going to start turning a little bit bearish along this journey, which means the alts are still going to be, they're the ones that are bouncing quicker in the market. So when Bitcoin starts to get weak and come down, they're going to protect that. And the alts are obviously going to take the bigger damage along the journey. So we can still see that clearly, that this is what is playing out. But the exciting part of that is, remember going through this yesterday is, let's get in 4 hour, there we go.
Alts are smashed. I mean, alts, the alts are, other than Ethereum and some of the bigger alts, the smaller alts are still smashed, which means that I think that Bitcoin is going to strengthen, and then people are going to get the confidence back. And when people get that confidence back, then the dominance is going to be pushed straight down again. But Bitcoin is going to continue to rise if we are in a bull market.
Exactly. You know, with that big dump, you know, until we say we're in a bull market again, it's going to be a while. We're just going to trade the damn market, and we're going to use our tools. That's all we're going to do. And we're going to make damn money. That's the main thing. So what's happening here is showing us Bitcoin push up. Dominance is starting to go up, which is good. So they're starting to back this push up that's happening now. It's making me feel good about that. Then there is a stage to come where we're going to have a small pullback in the market. And that's going to be our next farming stage. So why yesterday would have taken us on a small little 7% farming stage when we can rather be patient for one more day and get a 17% farming stage? That's what I want. I'm not going to risk people's Bitcoin and risk us changing our coins unless it's worth it. So when we didn't get the high yesterday, that's what it gave me. But now, when we have this pullback now is when I see that dominance making its way up. But now the exciting part is after that pullback, where do we see Bitcoin going?
Straight
to the
up.
level, right? So we see it going from this next pullback. We see this whole huge leg coming up and taking us into that range. Now, is that a bullish? Is that changing? That's not even changing the momentum that we're currently. That's not even changing any plans, because if we have a look, that's not higher high. That I'm taking the worst scenario of where we're getting. If Bitcoin decides to do this with big news, who knows? We shall see. We'll be at the bottom. But the main thing is I'm taking the bearish. We have all of this resistance, which we haven't tested yet. We have that resistance zone over there, and we have the imbalance on the candle, which is sitting in that zone over there. So a lot is showing us this area, plus we have the trend. So that is our next move up, okay? But now having a look at that, let's correlate that with Bitcoin, with the dominance, and what's going to happen with the alts. So if we're going to have this little leg up and this pull back down, and this dominance makes its way up all the way to that zone, we know when dominance is going up means the alts are going to lag. Are they going to be the same percentages, but they're going to fall behind? So if that happens in the time that Bitcoin does, there we go. By the time Bitcoin does this, when Bitcoin bounces and it makes its way up to the next level of the zones, what's going to happen to dominance?
It's going to go straight down, and that's going to be the beginning of alt.
That's when we're going to have what could I call it? A temporary alt cycle, a short-term cycle, until we know if further on, until we can't say that it's going to be the full alt thing, but it will be a temporary alt bounce and a strong bounce that will obviously outperform Bitcoin a lot, which means we're going to start going back more into BTC pairs. I only see us having one more farming opportunity before we got to wait in the coins for the next week or two, and then we're only going to have farming opportunities again when we start getting to that 46, 48,000. So for now, we have one more farming opportunity to make another 20%, 25%, 30% more alts and Bitcoin, and then we're going up. Then we're holding our Bitcoin, and then we'll get to a stage to see if we're going to farm some more. So this next one is a crucial one for us to be building a little bit more coins before we start the upward cycle. And reason being is this was not enough time just yet to just go from here right now all the way to 48. There's nothing in that zone that's showing us that we need a little bit more time, and this makes sense for us to build a little bit more into the zone, and then we get the push up to that. So dominance is showing us a good understanding. It's showing us where we're sitting with everything. And obviously, Bitcoin is painting the picture. And look how important it is understanding these higher highs, guys. The fact that we didn't get there, and I knew this was a sort of temporary plan because we didn't get there, it means the right shoulder wasn't in. It means this head was just extended a little bit further. And now we start getting the push out to the zone. Go for it, Grant.
Listen, this show's become a shit show. Okay, we have one show happening, very serious show happening on the charts, and we have Fred's love life happening in the bottom. Okay, I want to keep the show shorter because I think it's better for YouTube. Just quickly, someone asked about Mask Network in the super chat. So someone asked about Mask Network integrating into Arweave. Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I am a big fan of Arweave. Sheldon, before we go today, is Sheldon single? I'm telling you, Sheldon, shit, this is like Sheldon, are you single, bro?
I am, buddy. I am.
Guys, ladies, Sheldon is single. Yeah. His email address is Sheldon. And by the way, his DMs are on Twitter.
Look what you put there, Freddie. Huh? Lady Sheldon is single. His DMs are open.
Okay, wait, guys. Before you DM Sheldon, okay, watch out because his mom reads his Twitter DMs. Okay, so don't tweet anything that his mom is not allowed to speak.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah.
Brilliant and true also. People are saying I'm tipsy. All right, Sheldon, let's get a little bit more serious. We're talking about money here. Show me CoinPanel. We told the guys we'd show them how to use it. Quick 30 seconds. Show people why we allowed this product on our show at all. We don't really allow anyone to advertise on our shows because we want to remain neutral. But In this case, the product doesn't have a token, so it wouldn't make us bias. We are being paid by this token, so that you know we have an agreement with this token. But it's important that we show you why we actually chose it. So let's look at how.
I'll show that now. So just to answer the few questions, some guys, what did you say there? What happens if you did sell? Okay, cool. It means firstly, you're buying cheaper than where you sold yesterday. Well done, buddy. That's good. Now, secondly, we have the higher high in play. So there is going to be a small 15-minute pullback, small short term, and then for the next push. So what I'm doing is between 38,500 and the 39 zone, there's your reload zone for the next push up. So yes, you sold. Well done. But now you're buying on a confirmation buy. So that's a great way for you to understand that you can sell at times and you can buy back at the same area, but at least you're buying a confirmation buy and it's not just a random buying and sell at any point. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take CoinPanel. I do have a demo account. We are setting up the full Banter accounts on this to move. And I'm going to show you now quickly how I'm going to be setting the order for the zone. So the lovely feature about this, guys, is when we're in CoinPanel over here, we got place order, we got full trade. Now, with place order, this is just like your normal Binance where you can just set your limit, your market, your stop limit. The only problem with this is you need to wait for your order to go through, and then you can only set your stop loss and your market. This is where your full trade setup is amazing for us to set up. So we can see now, I've said clearly that I want to be buying Bitcoin back at the zones. I'm going to meet in the middle at 38,800. So what I can do now is there's my dollars over there, and I want to set in a limit price order. So now it's saying it wants your entry zone. Where do you want to buy the token? So I want to buy this token at 38,500 at that zone. I want to buy, I'm going to buy 88% of just what's in here. You guys can, whatever's in, you decide your amounts.
Please don't overdo it. You're gonna jump the market with that order.
I'm going to be broke, buddy. I'm going to be very, very broke after this.
You're going to manipulate the whole market. This is going to make this, this is a whale order.
Don't front run me, guys. Okay, cool. So I'm going to put 88, and then you can see there what it says, next exits. So now I go 88%. I want to put the limit order in, 38,500. I push that in. Now it shows you your exits. This is your target points now, okay? Which means that your take profit points. When I tell you take profit zones, this is what I'm talking about. So what am I saying with Bitcoin? I'm saying from 38.5, we're going to go to 41 to 43, which means I have 3 zones here. So I like to use 3 take profit zones with the CoinPanel system, which means I'm going to take one at 41,000, 42,000, and 43,000, which means I can split my order into 3 take profits. Now I go to my CoinPanel and I say for my first target, I want to set this at, let's just pull that in there. Okay, set one, first one at 41,000. Cool. The amount of the quantity that I want to take in that zone, and you can see where what it shows you is your profit. It means that where I'm buying it, I will make 6% profit on that first sale that takes in that zone. Now I can say out of the amount of Bitcoin or whatever coin that it is in that zone, I want to sell at that zone. I want to split it into 3, which means at 34% is where I'll set the first one. There I set the first target. Then you can see it adds your second target. Now I can go there and say, where's my second target? I want to set my second target at $42,000. There we go. Shows me. Then I'll be taking 9% out there. How much? Let's do that. 33%. There we go. Add target 2. Now we've got target 3. Now I'm always going to, from the zone, I'm always going to leave a little bit in case it goes a little bit further than that zone, just for some profits. So what I mean by that is I'm going to now turn this last one. I've set 3 TP points. Let's set this one at $43,000. There we go. Now for this last one, I'm going to take 20%. I'm going to leave my last little 12% in case we go to a little bit higher. Which remember, those RSIs are high, and we are going to have a pullback at some point, and I'm buying lower from where I'm selling.
And this is a huge order. This is a huge order. This is a massive order, so be careful.
It's massive, guys. Get ready. There's about to come a pump in the market. Okay, so there we go. All set. Now I have 3 of the targets set. Now I can set my stop loss. Now, where's my stop loss? I've told us all to set our stop loss at $36,000. There we go. And what it's showing me is I'm risking 6% of my trade. And you saw the highest point there that I could get was 12 to 15%. So this is just an example, and we're going to start teaching you guys risk to reward ratios and help you with that. But now I can set that in play, and I can say 100% of what I put in That's my stop loss. Now I can set that. Now it gives me the option, place full trade. So what's the power of this, guys? How does this help now? It means I've given you a buy zone. I've told you where it is. No, I'm going to show that now. I've now given you a buy zone, and it hasn't gone through yet. What's the problem with Binance in your normal system now? Is your coins have to be bought first. Once you got your coins, then you can only put a stop loss and a take profit zones. With this now, I can already put my limit order in, get it ready for the buy zone, and when it buys that, it will already automatically set my stop loss and set those zones. So you'll see that in your Binance, it will just set an open order now as a limit order. But when that limit order triggers, it will automatically set your TP zones and it will set your stop loss in play. And this is awesome, especially if you're busy, or we can do this together. And I like that about that. We can structure this together. Now I place full trade, confirm. There we go. So I got my 3 targets, 1, 2, 3, stop loss in play, boom. Now it sets an order in the books. Success. If we have a look, my order should pop up here now. Okay, there's my order in play there. Boom. So now it's just a normal simple limit order. But when it goes through, stop loss is in and my TPs are in, and there we go. So the one that I've just given you guys now is the trade, if any of you have missed.
Now you can go to the beach. You know you're going to make your profits. You know you're not going to lose too much money, and you're safe. And this is why we wanted to bring you the tool, to show you guys how safe you can be. Your downside is limited. Your upside is now capped because we've capped it. Simple. And it's done with one tool. That's why we like CoinPanel. There's a description link in the YouTube. If you guys want to sign up with our description link. There are a whole lot of benefits to signing up via Banter, Crypto Banter, my goodness, by Crypto Banter. We broke their system last time, guys, in terms of sign up. So what I recommend is sign up as soon as possible, but don't all do it at once, because then it crashes the whole system and I have to keep running a waiting list. Yeah. Cool, Sheldon.
Cool. But as we close off, we will close off now. Literally one more minute. So guys, what I've done for you is stop loss is 36,000, right? Which means I'm taking this previous low over here. We've made a higher low. There's stop loss, which means any coin that you are in, if you're in Ethereum, they're all following the same thing. Stop losses under that zone over there. That's it there. The reason why, yes, we broke trend, but we haven't broken these supports yet. You see all of the support that's there? We haven't broken it. So guys, anyone, just mimic it. Wherever we're putting the stop loss on the Bitcoin chart, use that on your altcoin charts. Put stop losses in. Let's not be, it's bull. We'll see as we go. Just make sure you protect it and make sure you got your TP zones and get ready for the farming stage. That's it from me, buddy.
Donnie Milan says, ladder in signups. Brilliant. You know, I love this community. I love working with you guys. I love the fact that we can run a show which is it's family. I mean, really, we've got Fred and Sheldon's love lives going on here. We got Tinder running in the background. Fred, I want to ask you a question. So Fred is responsible for all the show tiles. I mean, you guys have seen our beautiful tiles. Fred, put up the show tile for today. He keeps deleting them. I have no idea what the guys do. Fred makes the stream. He makes the tile and he puts up the stream, right? So let's put it up. Okay, let's put it up again. Okay. You see, you said here 48,000 on this date. That was your tile, right? Okay, but now we didn't speak about that. Oh, did we? I don't know. Sheldon, what do you think? A guy puts up 48,000 on this. What date is it going to be 48,000?
All right, the 48,000 dates. You want a date? I can give you a date. You want a date?
Exactly. I mean, because you told, everybody signed in because you said 48,000 on this date.
No problem.
And talk about it. I mean, I can't.
No problem. This is why you're here, Ran, to remind me. I get carried away in the passion of my trading. I need to be reminded at these points. Okay, so I'm going to give a date, but I'm going to give a 3-day range date, if that's okay. Okay,
but
awesome.
Keeps giving dates. He said Valentine's Day 5,000 for Ethereum. Ethereum still hasn't hit 5,000. Still hasn't hit 5,000.
Okay, so mine is between the 1st and the 3rd of June.
1st and the 3rd of June, 48,000. George says 50,000 by next week. I don't know if he's. I think George is. Yeah, maybe. Hang on, if 48 maybe. Comes 1st of June, it could be.
Maybe.
Oh, okay. Not gonna happen. All right, guys. Listen, love you madly. Let's keep the stream short. Join us later. Raoul Paul. We're gonna find out what's in his altcoin bag. You're gonna be surprised. I know what's in his altcoin bag because we had like a pre-show chat thing. You know, where I chat to him to talk about what we're gonna talk about. And I know exactly what's in his bags. You're going to be absolutely shocked. Like, when I heard this, I was like blown away. Fred's laughing because he knows Raoul Paul's got Trias. Can you believe it? Raoul Paul got Trias. All right, guys, we'll see you again, 10 a.m. EST. Until then, trade well, my friends.
Crypto Banter is a social podcast for entertainment purposes only. All opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers should not be construed as financial advice. Views expressed by guests and hosts do not reflect the views of the station. Listeners are encouraged to do their own research.